Hello, everyone. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your June 2021 tarot reading. Before we start, though, I have a few announcements to make, some news. And the first is that this summer I am offering readings to my viewers. So, starting in June, I will select names for two winners. Okay, so this will be like a lottery giveaway, and the two winners will receive an astrology reading with tarot. If you like, we can pull some tarot cards too. This is a free reading in that there will not be a monetary exchange. However, the work that I do on your chart will help me towards NCGR Professional Astrologer certification. So there will be an energy exchange in that sense, which I think is important and good. If you're interested in a reading, you can send me an email at oldworldmystics@gmail.com. There's the email. For this giveaway, we will need the date, time, and location of your birth in order to set up a chart. And then if you're selected, I will ask for some background information and a focus question. In the subject line of the email, you can just write astrology giveaway, and that way I'll know the email is coming from you and that you are interested in a reading. I will select the winners in June, and then I will contact you with more information about how we can get together online. And the other quick announcement is just about these new cards that I hope to bring in for July. Okay, so that's my plan. What an interesting deck, the Tarocchino Bolognese from 1660. And based on the research that I did on this actually could be one of the very first decks used in cartomancy. Very interesting tarot deck. It actually has only, I believe, 62 cards in it. So this should be something fun and interesting. And actually, even another deck that I have here, this little deck is the Tarot Florentino Minchiade. Now, I know that I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But I'm doing my best, okay? Minchiade, all right? So this should be interesting too. We'll see if we can bring these in, one of these two decks, and that should be some fun for us. Okay, all right, so those are the announcements for June, and let's go ahead and get started with your reading. This is for my Libra friends, month of June 2021. What are the messages we need to know for the sign of Libra? Sign of Libra, world on the bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the Libras, a sense of just huge accomplishment, a conclusion, and completion. And so beautiful to see as a theme. Let's continue on. Seven of Cups. The Death card. The Seven of Swords. All right, so two sevens there. And Temperance. Always very analogous to the sign of Libra because even though it's not justice, right? But we have this sense of balance, right? With the cups and the sense that the water that is flowing between the two cups is just almost suspended there. And we can't really tell which way it's going. So there's a sense of balance, one foot on the rock, one foot in the water, a very balanced sensation. The triangle even, a very harmonious sign. And so I think that for some of the Libras out there, what I'm picking up is that it could be that you are going through the end of one phase of life and moving into another phase of life. And going through that transition, because that's what the death card is all about, is one way of life or one stage of life, we might say, passing out and a new one beginning. All right, so it's as much about birth as it is about death. But going through that process, well, it is a process. And it can be a time when I don't want to say that I'm picking up confusion, but I'm just saying like it's a transition, a transitory time, like a time to be in transition. Perhaps what I'm picking up really from the Seven of Cups is a time of reflection. Okay, so a time to look at everything that has gone on over this time that you are transitioning into a new way of life and just reflect. I think overall that Libra wants to assure that the new life that they are heading into is more harmonious and peaceful. And that's what we pick up from the Seven of Swords. Of course, from the imagery of the seven, we get this sense of, there's maybe some bickering going on back here, or a sense of just like having to sneak off or get away from the petty things of the world. And so you might resonate with that. But in addition to that, and related to that, is the idea that where I'm headed to is going to be more in line with my core self. I feel like this is actually quite a deep reading so far. My goodness, I mean, a lot of my readings coming in this month have been kind of jumpy and lively, but I am just picking up this very deep process for Libra. Now we have the Eight of Wands, interesting, really opposing this other energy, and the Seven of Pentacles, very consistent with the energy I was talking about. And let's also note that there are now 3 sevens in your reading. So I think that in the past you may have been undergoing a very busy time, like very active, maybe even too much on your plate, and that there wasn't actually even time to think because of how busy you were. I think Libra can actually enjoy that, that sensation, but when you come out of it, in order to balance your scales, right, in order to find balance, then there has to be a time off to slow down and contemplate. And that is what I'm picking up from the Seven. I feel, Libra, this is a time for you to, I want to say, or where, I should say, where you can be undergoing tremendous spiritual and personal growth through reflection. My goodness, this is, I think, almost like a momentous or monumental time for you in terms of personal growth. And I think that that is beautiful, beautiful to see that there has been space and time to think about things. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles, also beautiful to see because it suggests that all of this contemplative work is going to lead to a new beginning for you, a new, fresh start. And I think that you can sense that too. Good for you. Because we don't want to stay in one sort of particular mode for too long, just the appropriate amount of time. They're like cycles, right? Life cycles, starting brand new, going through the whole cycle, then reflecting on something after conclusion, beginning again, and you're in the cycle. The Eight of Swords suggesting, I think, again, I'm just going to kind of underscore what I said, is that I think it is still a time of contemplation for you. So while you can be thinking about the new start and the new way of life and how you want things for your future, I think you're still in a space where you can continue to just almost turn inward a little bit, just turn inward a little bit. I think this is a positive thing, and learn about the self. We have the Lovers coming in. Now, this is also important because it suggests that eventually, after this inward contemplation and learning about the self, that eventually Libra will want to make connections with others or a particular other. And that is where you're headed. That is where you're headed indeed, is connecting with another, whether this is a new person or somebody you are already currently in a relationship with. I feel that the end goal in all of this is that you are going to come out of it and be better prepared for a more, I wanted to say solid, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now until a new word comes in, but a more solid, or what I'm hearing is fulfilling relationship. Okay, now the Page of Wands coming in, I love ending on this actually, because it shows you not only being focused, but it shows that your passion is alive. Your passion is alive. It is going to remain alive. You've also been very focused in life, and good for you. I'm trying to shuffle these divine door cards for you at the same time as I'm talking, and as we know, I can't do two things at once, but I am going to select a divine door card for you. I do want to say one last thing about that page, and that is that there is a suggestion that you might be receiving some news in the month of June or over perhaps July, summer months. And I think that it could be actually some very positive news. It might relate to work actually, but I think it's something that you can be excited about. Like it's something to lift your spirits. It might be just the thing needed to kind of make you feel like, okay, I'm done with this process now. I'm ready to move forward into the new cycle. All right, here we go. This is for the sign of Libra, a divine door card. A divine door for the sign of Libra. You know, I am just picking up the sense from this image that you are just rock solid, Libra, rock solid. If there's a little bit of confusion at this time, or you're feeling like you want to get moving, but you just kind of need to contemplate more, not to be concerned at all, because you are going to make it through this process. You're going to be even stronger. You're going to come out of this even stronger. You're going to be rock solid. Now, here's the message. Oh, you're just going to love this. It's bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So this is suggesting that some of you might be working within the home to create a space that is conducive to spiritual advancement, contemplation, and the reflection that we were talking about. It happens potentially for some of you in the home, and creating that beautiful space is going to be like a ferment, I want to say, to help that process along. All right, that's your reading, Libra, for June 2021. Thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you as always, and I'll see you next time.